la World Cup qui commence avec les présentations et le DJ Lama, la mascotte. Voilà, de l'équipe anglaise, je pense. Je ne connais pas. Je connais juste Gotaga, Ninja, voilà. Des trucs comme ça, les mecs. Voilà, des bons joueurs. Ouais. Ok. Ah. Bah là j'étais avec Léo en créa. Bah ouais, je vais continuer la game.
Hi, this is Svenos. I play for DJ Lamas. We're gonna win this one because we have 3.
Mexico, respectively. Their teammates are 4Turtle and Stewart. Rod 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
This team competed on a speed run. They had to clear 100 checkpoints at
Non, c'est pas Ninja. Ouais. Ok. On peut pas la mettre en vidéo. Là, je suis déjà sur un live. Donc les gars, n'hésitez pas à noter mon niveau sur 10 sur clavier. À mon avis, il y en a qui mettront du 4.
Mais sur clavier, mec, c'est impossible de mettre ça. Moi, je maîtrise ça en
We got one more team to join us on the floor. It's my personal favorite team, Moniker. It's the Lachlan's
Oui.
crew, and he's joined by 3 players: MSYB, Clytax, and Sandy.
Mais non.
Slovenia. Lockheed's Landing.
Oh les gars, je crois qu'il y a un joueur français.
The creative crowd, and it was a beautiful match.
Ok, l'équipe câlin. Bah moi j'ai failli aller à la World Cup, mais bon. Et Mathieu, j'espère que tu vas bien. Enfin, que tu vas bien, pardon. Oui, je suis tout seul que Léo il a quitté. Bah non, il devait y aller. Oh, des games en solo. Ok les gars, je quitte vite. Comme ça, on va pouvoir regarder la World Cup en grand écran, je pense. Et puis, je ne sais pas ce qui va... Je peux pas... Non, je vais pas bien. Non, je rigole. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, Mathieu? En tout cas, je vais avec Théo, un peu à moi. Hop, la World Cup. Et normalement, là, je crois qu'on va pouvoir regarder en grand écran. Ah ouais. Oh, ok, toucher pour... Voilà. Ok, ça bug. Ouais, il est juste là, Théo, regarde. Théo. Ok, bah Théo, il parle pas en fait, parce qu'il bug. Ok, bâtard.
Non, dis à Théo. Attends, est-ce qu'il parle là?
Ah, Théo, il bug. Est-ce qu'il bug? Oui, Théo. Bah attends là. Mathieu et Anto, n'hésitez pas à mettre dans les commentaires si vous voulez que je vous fasse part d'un glitch que j'ai trouvé. Donc voilà. Ok Mathieu, tu veux un glitch? Va falloir que j'aille sur une vidéo parce que je ne me souviens pas du code de la map. Donc je vais y aller. Alors, ouais. Attends, de quoi? Attends.
Ta vidéo.
Comment tu commentes? Bah oui. Attendez, hein, les gars, il y a le code de la map, il faut...
How have you been preparing for today?
I just practiced with my team yesterday and things went pretty good. We didn't have as much time as I thought we could, but
Ok, les gars, après je pars en créatif. J'ai le code de la map juste devant moi. On va aller rush des mecs. Voilà. Mathieu, si tu n'as pas pu passer l'événement, même si tu l'as passé, il s'est passé que le monstre il a tout niqué, même s'il a rien niqué. Et le robot il est venu, il a tout niqué.
I'm excited to do the death run. Yeah.
So, I mean, Scissors is very well known for his
Quoi?
death runs. Do you think you'll have any competition with him?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard.
Non mais jure, tu sais pas.
My map was also a death run, so I think my teammates have a good chance.
Bah c'est facile, tu descends sous la vidéo, tu marques commenter et puis ah ça oui je les ai vus, je l'ai vu, ouais.
Oh man, the hype is building. Now
Ah.
guys, the show is
Vrai de vrai, ok.
There it is. You've got the 32 players, 19 countries represented across 8 different teams. Finals are about to begin. You ready?
Ready, Zeke.
I'm ready to run inside. So without further ado, let's send it inside to kick things off.
Ouais vas-y. Ah bah t'en pas sur clavier souris ça va être dur. 10, c'est bon ça commence. La World Cup elle commence. 6, 5. On peut pas mettre en plein écran, on peut pas mettre en plein écran. World Cup, ça y est, ça commence, ça commence. Attends. Parlez plus, les gars, mec, parle plus, ok? Parce que j'aimerais écouter.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How you feeling today? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Welcome everyone to the Arthur Ashe Stadium. I'm Golden Boy, your host, and I couldn't be more happy that you guys are here in my hometown of New York City. It's actually quite nice for me because that means I don't really have to travel that far. It's pretty cool. That being said, we have a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening here today. Not only do we have the Creative Showdown, but we also have the third Fortnite Pro-Am that's about to go down. It is going to be incredible. You got some of your favorite content creators. They're going to take that stage and battle for your entertainment. Now, you know that we saw a few of the players that were coming out here. We actually have one that you all may recognize standing by.
Je suis fait repérer.
Who you got for us?
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. I am up here on the main stage with Ninja.
Un mec.
Familiar face.
Ah ça y est, il y a Ninja à la télé.
How excited are you?
Non, mais parce que ton mec, il est en train.
Ouais, je sais.
No, this is something different for you, I'm sure.
I haven't really done too much creative, but I've been playing a lot with these guys obviously the last 48 hours.
Est-ce que vous l'avez vu?
Really excited. I think we got a really good chance, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Now, tell me a little bit how your team came together.
I checked out the clips for the trick shots that they submitted, and they were all, you know, they said they were special, and it was just an easy.
Bon, je me casse parce que je suis.
You know, like I said, we've actually been bonding pretty hard the last 48 hours, so team cohesion is an all-time high.
Team cohesion, I love it. We should have named you guys the Ninja Trick Shot Warriors, really.
That would have been awesome, but there's no. I mean, there is a ninja skin kind of in the game, so we could have had, you know, maybe some of that. It's all good. I like the little whip. I love my little ice.
And anybody that you're looking forward to facing off against here today?
Everyone here, you know, Gotaga.
Jure, il m'a pas vu.
Red Bull competitor, essentially, and
T'as pas vu?
you know,
Jure, il m'a pas vu. Touché.
looking out for the most.
Sergey, and let's see if he can back it upstairs. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck. Golden Boy, what do you think?
Well, I think that's pretty awesome.
Ah, ça y est, ça y est. Regardez que l'écran de la caméra. En bas. En bas. Ça y est, la World Cup, elle commence, ils viennent de le dire.
Very creative mode. Today's really all about fun, and who better to have some fun with than none other? We got Monster, Sundown, over at the castle. Take it away, fellas.
And boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between. Welcome to the Fortnite.
Non, parce que si je suis au lobby, après je pourrais pas le voir.
Here by Monster. Monster, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. 10 weeks of qualifiers, and it's all coming to life. And this is what we're here for.
Yes, after the 8 trials, now what you'll be seeing on the stage will be 4 sets of 3 matches and 2 never-before-seen maps, and a little refresher coming from the Creative Showdown there with Sky Station Showdown. It's going to be incredible.
That's right. The Sky Station, we're lucky for them. They get a chance to kind of come in here from here. But there is so much more that
Mathieu, t'es toujours sur le live?
Seeing the adaptation across these sets is going
non,
to
Mathieu, il est
be
parti.
incredible, and they're going to get a chance to revisit them as a little remix, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let's check out the overall scoring, how the are going to be competing, how they will.
What? C'est moi, il y a des parts de gâteau.
Sky Station Showdown, Junkyard Juke will be the second one, set 3 will be a never before seen World 1, and then set 4 will be the Golden.
Oui, je sais, j'ai vu.
Prize of a singular match. Each one of the other 3 with, as I said, a nice little remix on it. And the Golden Games is worth a golden llama.
33 précisément.
Are worth a singular silver llama. How does llamas add up?
Yeah, you want to accumulate the most
Okay.
llamas in each set. It's its own individual thing with a couple games in between. So they're going to get a couple runs at it, and you just want to do the best in every set. Get those llamas so you can take it all home.
Yes, now the winner of the set will go through, and in case there is a tie, it will come down to that golden llama. The golden llama will trump all. Now let's get into the prizing, which will also determine a little bit of the scoring. We'll take a look and we'll throw that up there for you.
Là, on le voit sur le live.
Is from top to bottom. Each one of these contestants will be winning money, so everyone is a winner in there, but first place ends up deciding that.
Ah, le premier 55 000 euros. Enfin, dollars, pardon.
They're still taking it home at the end of the day, so definitely want to get into the top 4 to bump up that score.
Yeah, that's right, and that is every game. Per match, we have a big of course, it's going to be divvied out between everyone competing, but come on, with the amount of games that's going on today, this is incredible.
Yes, that is across 12 of matches.
Je parie 0 euros. On parie combien que c'est Chixi qui gagne?
Take a look at the roster who will be competing and give you guys a quick little overview. You can see Chicken Chain, Sunshine Soldiers got that one right. Suzy.
Mais parce que moi je veux regarder la World Cup.
Monkey Fighters with Tomoya, Cuddle Group represented by Whopper.
But we gotta give some
Mais tu sais, moi je suis pas très fort sur clavier.
see them up there, Little Whip Warriors. We already kind of touched this Ninja.
Ah, Ninja, ça y est.
Up into here, and of course the Fish Fam, who's gonna be led by
Ninja, Gotaga.
Kings, they've been able to go through
Ok, c'est bon, je les vois.
a lot of them. The World Run experience, excuse me, but in
Non, non, ils sont pas ensemble.
where they were doing the qualifications, but they also did the combat aspect. So we've seen the Sky Station Showdown before.
Ouais, j'avais pas vu.
They might be a
Tu sais, moi je regarde l'écran de la World Cup.
bullets building out and trying to get those rotations in.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot underestimate any of these teams. These guys grind, and they all play. Let's go take a look at the format here, so we can see a run of how they take these victories.
So now the VIP will be those creative tactics, and they have to be the one in the capture point up to score points. They will get 3 points per second in the initial hills, and then the first team to 1,000 points, or the highest scoring team by the end. Also, the creative tactics will be wielding the Infinity Blade.
And Infinity Blade will be important because they have to get points.
Merde, je suis allé dans la direction des mecs.
And then, 7 minutes into the round, point B opens up, where you will get.
Oh, la première team elle gagne 1000 points.
That is what you want to gun for. This will be on the map. That's your comeback, or that's your lead taker.
Yeah, you can see a lot change when that opens up at 7 minutes, but now we're going to go go in an overview. For those of you who are unfamiliar and didn't get to watch it at the summer block party, we got you. Thanks up.
Je sais. Ah, ça y est. Il y a le trailer du début qui commence.
And epic. And let's break down how it all works. For this very special event, we are bringing you an exciting King of the Hill style game created by Team Ball.
Ah non, non, c'est un créatif. Ouais. Non mais j'y vais pas. Waouh. Bah non. Non. Ils nous ont juste présenté la map, hein. What? Il n'y a plus la maison? Ah ouais, bah ils l'ont cassé. C'est ce que je fais, mais sauf que... Putain, l'overboard, il se cale pas, enfin, cadre pas. Il se cadre pas dans la direction que je veux. Putain! Je sais que dans le coffre il y aura une mini pote. On parie que dans le coffre il y aura merde. Ça y est, ça commence, ça commence. Ninja il est sous le stress. Ninja il stresse, Ninja il stresse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, World Cup.
This is it. We are loading in. Everyone's hopping out, and they are actually familiar with this map. So we're gonna see the strategies off the
Oh yeah, Ninja et Gotaga.
right away with that early lead we saw there.
Non, ils sont pas ensemble, mais ils sont dans la même pile. Mais mec, ça bug.
Already you can see trades coming out now. Blade wielder gets a bonus 100 health and shield, so it's sitting at the 200 mark. On top of that, Siphon is if you get an elimination, you get 50 effective over. That makes the Infinity Blade they also get those big aggressive move jumps in the hand down. And as you can see going on.
Oui, j'ai mis une tête.
But now taking it with the little Whip Warriors as they're able to clean it out, and Ninja's trying to rotate up top.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but a lot of records completely off of their point. Now we have Ninjas going in with the advantage. What a player to wield this one right here. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Notice how he doesn't even want to get eliminated. He wants to
Ça y est, il se fight. La World Cup a commencé.
You just kind of reset and you go, or you get up there and you start swinging. The 75 damage hit will be able to take it down, and the Llama Record Company establishes himself right back up. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is how the players utilize the building. You start with 50 wood.
Il est toujours en vie, il est pas encore mort, il est pas encore mort.
Directly into your inventory. So if you're able to kind of eliminate out and put pressure down, you can get some ridiculous kills, as we're already seeing on top of the blue hill.
Yeah, this is actually a neck-and-neck race right here in the early game so far. These Chicken Champions and Raven's Revenge are all
Ouais, t'as vu?
spots at the moment. And uh-oh, Sunshine Soldier Scissors comes right on in to wipe that up and get them out of there. Great stop for Stewart.
And look at the Cuddle Crew across the way, just now getting their first points because they've been contested the entire time. Whereas all the record company has only had one team coming up to it.
C'est chaud aussi pour moi, hein, regarde.
Monster, what are they rocking?
They're rocking everything that you can get in the game, from blue tactical AR up to that hunting rifle. So you have the long range, you have the close range, you have the AR. You kind of just pick and choose your battle, what you want to use.
And the one thing
Oh, il vient de se faire défoncer. Un gars, il vient de se faire défoncer. Un mec dans la World Cup, il s'est fait défoncer à l'épée.
But you see right there, Scissors able to cut down a bunch in a decent amount of time. Let's take a look at the score. Little Whip Warriors climbing up, but it is only a 5-second uncontested lead, and they're building on it. Right now, not a lot of points have been scored, which means when that hill opens up at 7 minutes, it's going to be much more important.
Yeah, this is going way better than I expected. There is no one dominant team so far. But the Little Whip Warriors are doing so great right now. There goes Ninja, and he Revenge kind of takes it back over.
Un cheater! Mec, il a fait zéro bruit, il a fait aucun bruit alors qu'il venait de build, tout ça. Cheater! Non, dans la vraie vie, dans la vraie vie.
Everyone else is able to see you. You can see Rubius going in, but the double pack plus the Infinity Blade wielder of Hand of Blood. This Llama Record Company team is looking to go platinum with a great defense to their point.
It is very nice. Finally starting to earn some points, trying to break that. You know, triple digit Hand of Blood. Still a fun fact right there. His dog Baldo is Germany's second biggest dog influencer on Instagram.
That's impressive, but I wonder who the first biggest is now. That's like, is there a statistic for that? Like, you go down the line? But one thing I do want to note for Hand of Blood, look at the elimination part of the Infinity Blade. Already sitting on 7 and being aggressive. As the more he gets that siphon going, the better he's going to be. But the chicken champions.
Il reste combien de gars dans la grosse carte? Ne quitte pas la game, ne quitte pas la game, ne quitte pas la game.
5, 13, 66,
10,
67,
quitte pas
49.
la game. Mais quoi? C'est pas sympa.
Mais mec, comme ça on a plus de temps.
Il y a combien de personnes dans la World Cup encore?
Hey toi, j'ai un petit challenge. C'est de liker cette vidéo avec vos souvenirs. Salut tout le monde, je m'appelle Toki. Et aujourd'hui, numéro 5 de Fortnite qui ont pleuré en live.
Il y a combien de gars dans la game?
Je sais pas moi.
Car je suis sûr que vous avez fait mourir de rire. Dans les 2 dernières vidéos, j'ai vu que vous avez vraiment adoré les concours. Donc j'ai décidé de remettre ça aujourd'hui. Je vais compter le nombre de chiens que je vais faire passer comme ça. Et comment
Mais non, regarde là.
Quand vous avez terminé, vous pouvez commencer à regarder la vidéo.
Mec. Ouais, bah, et alors? Si, je l'aurai, le quoi, Si, t'inquiète.
Is just cutting them apart, but Tomoya again, the Funky Fighters come out on top with the Infinity Blades at least, so no points going over right now to the Cuddle Crew.
Oh no, the Cuddle Crew does not have the Infinity Blade wielder here, so Phytex has to kind of hold him down for now until the leader, the team captain, can get up to the top. If Blackbird gets there in time, he might be able to. Nope.
Je sais pas.
Point of interest, unfortunately.
Il y a écrit sur le.
Ah, c'est là. C'est les musulmans.
Back down, not able to catch himself on the edge, so Raven's revenge.
C'est la glace.
Before they get points, but have full control. Gotaga unfortunately breaks.
Ouais. Oh non, elles sont à égalité avec les poissons.
Yeah, you see Chappie. Chappie's from USA. His favorite aspect of Korean mode is actually game fight. So this is
Ninja, je crois qu'il est dans la team des musulmans. Mais je sais pas, Non, je sais pas. Les musulmans, ils ont pris la tête.
It is always 2, most of the time 3. They get control and then they
Je sais pas.
immediately box up. But while we've been talking about them, let's
Mais tu sais, en fait, ils respawn.
as we're now right around the 3rd mark in a
J'avais oublié.
from that 12 point per second circle. And Ninja's team, the Little Whip
Oui, ben je me suis trompé.
all over as Tomoya goes up, comes back down, and the Shing Shing was not enough. Puddlegoop takes him down.
Actually love that shot. You don't see anyone else really utilizing it.
Oh, j'ai le nouveau sniper.
Straight up into the air. Kind of disengage off the pressure.
Mec, il est trop bien.
Chopping up here. He's already at 8 of lives. Never mind, make that 9. That was good. Toggle went down right there.
Ah, c'est... Ouais, Ninja, il est dans la team des musulmans.
You know, advancing the lead here.
And they are slaying out. You see everyone almost to the double-digit marks, but Taka, hello, that was your head. Yeah, you gotta be careful because, hey, if everyone is sitting there rifling, that's fine. Somebody's gonna take a hunting rifle and make you pay. Lockwood goes up, MSYP is just behind him, and Lockwood is able to take down Lenovo. Kaz is trying to do everything he can, and he does get Lockwood, so good delay coming out from there, but opening up about a 20-second lead. But here we go.
Mais je l'ai pris le pompe.
2, 1, middle point is open. That's 12 points per second, and right off of the bat, we see Puddlegoop heading towards it.
Bah ouais. Bah... Elle dure 3 heures, hein. Au moins, hein. Non, elle dure super... Elle dure super longtemps.
Parce que c'est Ninja qui va gagner.
One shot.
And 2 of the Puddlegoop right now have combined for 31 eliminations, but they're not converting it into points. They're currently sitting at the bottom, 189. Little Whip Warriors do still have a lead, but it's already been cut down. And just as I said, with the middle hill, Monkey Fighters almost take it away. There it goes right on over, and you see any amount of time in that middle hill. So
Actually loving that little start right there.
Non, je la prends pas.
To where these players spawn in and kind of moving from, just kind of pressure them down.
yeah, so that's when you need somebody with a hunting rifle to start taking shots and saying, hey, pick on somebody else. If you look this way, you're going to have to respawn, because if you can get tags, great.
Attends.
If you don't convert them and into anything, it's not worth it. As I just kind of stuttered, because Carnifex is sitting on 23 eliminations, Blood on 14 right there. That's why the Llama Record Company is ahead right now.
Yes, and they were using that point D, which is right in the middle. It only appears after the 7-minute mark. So now you only have 5 left in the game. It's up to whoever can hit that 1,000 first, or the timer runs out. But
Mec, le sniper par contre, il est super cheaté. Il m'indique où est-ce qu'ils sont les ennemis, regarde. Il y a une flèche qui me dit où est-ce qu'il est. C'est pas moi, mec, je suis pas un cheater.
You'll have impulses going down there. Random hunting rifle shots. 24/7 because they see that tick happening. And look, as I said, all the sword players are down there. 2 of them going off the attack. Shotguns being thrown up. Walls everywhere. It doesn't matter.
Ouais, putain, ils me prennent à 2 les cheaters. Ouais, c'est des cheaters. Ils font équipe, ils font équipe, ils font équipe. Mec, sur clavier ça va être chaud, hein.
And you can actually fortify to prevent the impulses from going in or make kind of a wall to toss it in. As you see, Hand of Blood of his 16th Elam, but hey, Scissors is chilling.
Yeah,
Pumpernickel it up, man. Pumpernickel it up. Yeah, let him know. Let him know. There we go. He's saying, hey, you guys will stick to our strategy. Let's see if somebody else to contest it. There it is right away. They go up with all 4 of them. You don't want to run into this. They're ready and waiting. They know they have the lead right now.
Oh, he's holding a trophy.
Look at he's looking around, he's telling him to let him know, man. And that's what it's all about. They've opened up a 100+ point lead, but no contestation because everyone is coming on the bottom. What can you do in this? If you're the Llama Record Company, you hold the middle and long. Can you get the lead?
Je peux pas sortir, ça bug.
Anywhere near any point. Nobody else is getting back to his left in the middle. Everyone's there right now. The Llama record company now has the 100-point lead back in the span of just 10 seconds.
Let their guard down one time, and suddenly Llama Record takes the lead. As if Fishbam wasn't just farming all those points. Nope, Fishbam no longer have a free point. It is up to everyone to stop the Llama Record Company here. Because Hand of Blood has 17 elims, and he's going for the middle now. He's got his team ready. Let's see what's he gonna do. Hits the vent, goes right in, nice and sneaky. Oh, he's still waiting. Look at the big brain play. Right there, and it's all his. The center point is his to earn points now.
Just a few more times out of it.
Attends, il a juste pris ma tourelle, le mec.
Llama Record Co. takes the first match. Hand of Blood. Spin on
Attends, je vais le killer, le snipe.
winners right there. Really impressive coming out. And they say, Scissors, you can hold that L instead of the trophy.
Mais spammer! Mais c'est un spammer! Allez, tiens, karma tête!
Mec, ça a fini la World Cup, elle a fini là.
Attends, je reviens en 2 secondes. Oui, mais c'est un tuteur. Mais non! Bah non. Non. Bah oui. Non, c'est du créa.
I mean, that was pretty much me, yeah. Like, we know that at 7 minutes, like, the middle just opens up and you get like 12 points a second instead of 3. So, yeah, we decided to work on that. We weren't that good at first, but we got a strat going. So, yeah, it was pretty good.
Speaking of strategy, are you going to carry that into the later games? You're going to change it up?
We're just going to do the same thing. Hopefully no one follows us.
I mean, now all of your competitors have heard you say that, so we might have to discuss strategy a little bit when the microphone gets turned off. Now, finally, for you over here, how does it feel being here, playing in front of this massive audience?
It feels amazing, like just a dream coming true.
Thank you. And for you over here, you've traveled all of this way to just be here, be at the World Cup. Is it surreal? How do you feel about it?
It's an experience. It's really nice.
Yeah, and we love Spandau.
All right, well, we'll talk about that. You guys got to educate me on that. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on taking the first game.
Thank you so much, Llama Record Co., Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex taking the very first match of the Creative Finals, the first match on the stage. I mean, it was an impressive format. They clearly had a strategy they wanted to execute on. It took them a little bit to get there, but over the course of the game, they were consistently agreeing points.
Yeah, I should have known last night they were gonna do good. So on the hotel lobby, they were hanging out, literally as a crew.
De qui? Y a Mathilde?
Teams that I saw sticking together like a squad.
Like I said, bandwagon. It took less than one.
Ah mais ouais, y a Mathilde qui joue à Fortnite là. Attends, je l'invite comme ça on se fait des squads.
This set has been so exciting. I mean, who are you looking out for? Who can contest them? And what do you think the next step is to show?
Mais elle a pas WhatsApp.
Hey, we have a game plan. We're gonna do the same thing, and I agree. If it's
Non, elle a pas WhatsApp.
Don't fix it. Like stick to that if you're gonna keep winning.
Ah.
But what do the other teams do to make them uncomfortable? How do you go challenge them?
Ça doit. Attends mais mec, ça doit être ça. Mais oh y a Skype. C'est Skype ça? Non non, c'est pas Skype. Non non, c'est pas Skype. Skype c'est un joueur de la team le stream. Ah. Yeah, déjà ça commence avec un cadeau. Ok, merci. Qui? Toi? Bah oui. Attends, qu'est-ce que tu dis? Qu'est-ce que tu dis là? Ouais, allô?
Allô, salut.
Ouais, y a un événement.
Ah ouais?
Ouais, y a un événement là, je suis en train de live, je suis en train de record pour regarder le live. Enfin, pour regarder le truc. Oh, le nouveau snipe. Oh yes, le nouveau snipe. Non, il y a un nouveau sniper et bah, il est super rare. Anto, tu recordes?
Je joue.
Mathilde, je peux prendre ton tel de la part d'Anto?
Bah ouais.
Ouais, bah c'est bon Anto hein.
Ah ouais, j'ai du tel.
Vas-y, prépare-toi.
Quoi?
Bah attends, Anto il va t'appeler. Enfin, je sais pas, il veut.
Ah ok.
Pour qu'on fasse un partage à 3.
Ok.
Par contre, il va falloir que je te mute.
Oh.
Oh, je suis trop chaud. Oh, les 10. Oh bah oui.
There comes the hunting rifle shot. Maldock is taking shots as well. Out of builds and needs to back up and use his team there. And Gotaga goes straight up.
Well, they need some builds for their backside because they are getting sniped straight out of that spawn point there. It's Raven's Revenge who they're just kind of gatekeeping at the moment, right? Look at Chappie's like, dude, I can't even go up right now because the team is up there.
It was a good challenge. It did some damage, but Ninja was all over it. Now already up to 4 Elands, opening up a 60-point lead, but have to keep an eye on the other parts of the map as the Chicken Champions are doing their best to hold the top.
Mais pourtant elle est avec moi, hein, Mathilde. Hein.
Ouais. Bien.
Alors pourquoi ta mère elle a dit que t'étais pas là?
Parce qu'à mon avis, je sais pas.
Je sais pas, peut-être qu'elle voulait pas. Hein. Peut-être qu'elle voulait pas appeler. What? Le sniper il est violet? What? La couleur du sniper est violet. C'est stylé. Sans revêtement parce que je voulais faire un glitch mais... Ouais, j'en ai marre. Tu vois en fait là parce que je regarde en même temps la World Cup et bah voilà quoi. Ah Mathilde, tu veux gagner 100 € de V-Bucks gratos? Tu veux gagner 100 € de V-Bucks? Bah d'accord, hein. Ok. Par contre il faut faire une map avec moi. Faut juste faire une map qui est hyper hard. Il faut la gagner et aller sur la bombe de Splatoon. Tu vois, il faut que tu ailles sur la bombe de Splatoon. Et ensuite, ça te fait retourner au lobby. Enfin, ça te fait arrêter le jeu. C'est une bombe, c'est un truc pour arrêter le jeu. Attends.
Et là, il te passe 100 €?
Bah oui, c'est un glitch.
Ah, ok.
Faut juste que je recorde la map. Faut juste que je recorde la map et ensuite c'est bon, ok? Non.
Bizarre, tu l'as pas fait?
Non. Anto?
Ouais.
Ok. Oh putain. Mais il faut que je sois en duo avec quelqu'un et ben voilà, je voulais être avec Mathilde mais... Elle est partie. Bah non, en fait il faut être juste 2 dans la map, 2 dans le serveur créatif.
Mec, par contre, t'as fait du tout de construit là, t'as tout gaspillé. Ouais, mais t'as quitté la game.
Ouais. Bon bah là je suis dans le là je suis dans le serveur créatif.
Mais tu peux pas régler le live, tu sais, pour qu'il soit...
Bah non, y a pas. Enfin moi je sais pas. Ok. Ok, la vidéo en bas à l'écran. World Cup? World Cup? What? World Cup? World Cup? Mec, y a que des maps de World Cup? Non mais il y a des maps de World Cup.
On this map here, they struggle just a bit. The story has definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's doing pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points. Might as well go for it. He's so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it as we switch back on over to the Cuddle crew, who've established itself there, but they're still struggling trying to get the points. The first time, we're really seeing them all together.
C'est bon mec, je l'ai. Elle est juste là, elle est là. C'est bon, j'ai la map. Ah mec, il y a tous les abonnés qui vont le faire.
Couple of eliminations. You can see X-Sandy here. 16 Elim, so definitely has some slayers there.
Oui. Ok, bah tu peux rester sur le live ou pas? Ouais, ah ouais? Hack the computer to escape. Ok les amis, c'est là on aura aussi ça, alors. Ok. Le truc, comme il n'y a que toi, Anto, ben, on va faire la map. Alors, elle est franchement difficile, mais elle est trop chaude.
That new point capture D will be unlocked in the center of the map.
While they have a solid lead right now, just under 150 points, that disappears in the blink of an eye. That's about 15 seconds uncontested in that middle hill. That's just how valuable it is. But we saw the shift in gameplay that everybody tunneled right away, and then the
oh oui mec! Mec, je suis trop chaud et... Non, merde. Ok, donc on commence par... Bleu. Vert. Le vert.
We have Svenos just on the point by himself right now, waiting for him blood to come on up hopefully.
Mais ok, non, c'est pas ça. Anto, regarde mec. Oh mec, je suis trop chaud. Oui, attends. Oui, direct, sans aucun problème même si c'est faux. Ok. Ok, alors là, ça va être difficile. Hop.
And you can see that the Chicken Champions are committing to the 3 points right now. Little Whip Warriors as well. While contention is happening down.
Bah ouais, mais il faut être deux.
is in there, but the steady climb of points coming at the Chicken Champions is going to be beneficial.
Non, il faut que toi aussi tu la fasses.
Like that, while the Wrecking Dome is a little bit off the pace, they need to get the center uncontested. However, in this game, they have a
Ok, les mecs, juste, on va trop Anthony. Ouais. Ok.
Fishfam are doing it too. You can see they're getting 3 points there. So there's 2 teams.
Ok les gars, maintenant qu'il est... Alors, hop, on va... C'est parti. Ok, il va falloir qu'on fasse... Hop, vous voyez, hop. Maintenant, je crois qu'il va falloir qu'on appuie là, sur le vert. Et donc, non, c'est le... Ah, j'étais prête. Ok, j'étais prête. J'ai déjà vu cette map, je la connais par cœur. Maintenant, c'est juste difficile.
Well, this is what happened to them last time. They kind of had a good lead and then stalled out.
Bon, il va falloir que je spam à mort.
You either need to stick to it or depending on the score, be adaptive. Because right now, Chicken Champions, they're being...
Après, il faut être 2 pour faire la map.
Isn't controlling the middle, they're going to be able to have that...
Non, j'ai failli le faire.
Send one person.
Écoutez, c'est difficile, voilà. Non, je reroule.
6 Elans looking good. On this other point, and now he's in the top. But just by slowly, consistently gaining points here, you can see they're breaking those thresholds slowly but surely, and Little Whip Warriors no longer here.
Yeah, Little Whip Warriors actually unseated the Chicken Champions there from their control. They're taking over.
Ok, c'est Magenta. Ok, c'est Magenta. J'y étais presque. J'y étais presque. Ok, donc maintenant c'est vert. Non, c'est vert, c'est vert. Donc on commence par vert. Ensuite on fait bleu, c'est ça? Ok, et ensuite Magenta. Ok. Non, j'étais presque. Attendez. Me dis pas qu'on peut le faire. Oh, les gars, on peut cheater, 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 on est des bâtards, ouais, ouais, on adore. Oui. Oui, allez, j'ai dit oui. Ok, non, là je crois que c'est l'étape la plus dure à faire. Mais il faut qu'on commence par... Oh. Ok, donc d'abord on commence par le code couleur. Ça va commencer par être... Ok, Anto. Ok les mecs. Là, oh, on commence par... je pense que c'est vert. Ok, donc les gars, on commence par vert. Allô Anto? Ok. Les gars, je pense qu'il veut comment... Il veut... Ouais, ok. Oh les gars, on va voir qu'on commence par là. Ok, ensuite les mecs, on commence par là. Donc il faut retenir c'est vert et bleu. Vert et bleu et les blancs. Et alors, pas grave. Oh, il y a Marshmello. Et il a du Marshmello. Non, non, j'ai arrêté. Oh, putain. Ah putain, les gars, ils quittent l'appel. Hein. Okay, hop. Bleu. Ok, on appuie sur bleu.
These are the final moments here, Sundown. Look at him, he's got a slight grin on his face. He wants to do it. Is this the point that he's gonna make it? Here it goes, he takes the stake. He does miss. He's going back for it now, his team's up there. All he has to do is sweat just a couple of times. Can he win this trade? And he does not.
And as you watch, check the points on the right-hand side. Nobody is climbing up by the 12s. And as they did, Bomber Records Go gets the control there, but Little Whip contesting them right back. Funky Fresh Tomoya will be back and looking to find it, but the contestant is going for the middle. Here's Tomoya, he knows, just a second in there, uncontested.
Oui.
Can he get it? Oh, no, he doesn't, he got knocked down. The impulse grenade at the second he landed, knocks everyone out.
Non, les mecs. Non, non.
And he does. That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tomoya takes it for the Funky Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
What an intense endgame too. Get taken out at 999
Vert, ok. Donc les gars, on va commencer par vert. Donc c'est vert, ok. Anthony, retiens bien, d'accord. Pour demain. Alors, c'est vert, ensuite on continue par bleu. Ensuite, je crois qu'on doit continuer par encore du vert, je crois. Ouais, c'est bien ça. Non, ok, donc vert. Vert, bleu, ok, donc vert, bleu, je crois que c'est après magenta. Vert, bleu, magenta.
But it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosion second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down.
Ouais, les gars, j'ai glitch. Ok.
Kutu, Uzi, Brassius, incredibly well done to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Finals.
Yeah, you know what? I am a Funky Fighter rooter and supporter now. I'm rooting for them.
Really?
Well, I can't
really? Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won, I'm their fan. But no, great performance coming out from them. And
oui, oui les gars, oui, je dis oui.
That happens from match to match.
J'en ai marre.
Oh, we're gonna stick to our game plan.
Les gars, je comprends pas. Ça fait rager ça.
Endgame situations, they really just kind of crept up and snuck and took the entire competition.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that team weren't able to get their Llama Rekiko and Little Whip were going at it constantly. Funky Fresh was just able to step there.
Yep, and that's just kind of how it happens.
Oh les gars, j'en ai marre, je ne sais pas. Le code couleur. Je commence par vert. D'accord. Je commence par vert, je fais bleu, vert, bleu.
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with our second game winners here.
D'accord les mecs, d'accord. J'ai compris. J'ai tout compris à ce level. D'accord. Est-ce que vous avez compris? Non, que ça bug.
Losing with 1 point would be terrible, so we just tried to get 1 more point and we did it. So
it was definitely devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? You're gonna mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine because first game we got second place, second game we won. So yeah, we're gonna try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
Tu actives les deux. Ensuite, je commence par du magenta, c'est ça? Non, c'est pas du magenta. J'en ai marre.
What has it been like to be here at the Fortnite World Creative Cup, just playing in front of this audience, you know, hearing everybody cheer for you guys to win? What is that like?
It's fun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's fun.
Putain, c'est dur.
Have you guys had a chance to play together before? Is this your first time playing together?
J'en ai marre les mecs.
I don't hear it, sorry.
Is it your first time playing together as a team?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Well, you guys definitely make it look super easy. Thank you all so much for being here and talking to you. I'm gonna let you get back, get your synergy back together. Sundown and Monster, back to you up at the desk.
Thank you so much, Pookie.
Et si j'appuie sur magenta?
I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place. Now, I understand why you might want to bandwagon a little bit, but I'm still going to hang out with my Llama Rekiko. But I want to talk about the changes we saw from match 1 to match 2 in terms of gameplay. And was it what you expected?
Thought go talk. Like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice. They're just coming out here and wiping players up. So a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run. But incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster because if you can get
oh, j'en peux plus les mecs. En plus, j'ai même pas le ventilo.
Just one step closer. So first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at this Sky Station show.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the Silver Llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished
game-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference in 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala because he's going to show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the Fan Festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second
Vertigo.
games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take. Cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approach at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramp, he comes up from the side, slices and dices. But meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at it now, where they're at in second place, Fishman was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take to the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super.
Oh, il a avancé.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there's one more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We'll see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference in players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming, and now in this third match, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of teamwork happening here. This is hot right into this game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, it will be the final match of this set. Set one after this, Silver Llama will be awarded, and we are in the match in Sky Station Showdown. Set one about to be over, and here we go.
All right, gotta love those.
Wonka, et puis Nègre, et puis Wonka, et puis Nègre, Willy Wonka, et Nègre, Willy Wonka, et Nègre, Willy Wonka, et Willy Nègre. Oh, surprise, motherfuckers. Surprise, motherfuckers. Ok, les gars, on peut cheater dans sa map.
Right to the top, Chicken Champion.
Yeah, this is what matters right here. Is stopping the Funky Fighters because clearly they have been doing some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off the race here though. To run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers come back? Can the Cuddle Crew make a big appearance for themselves? Because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most victories really in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record Company putting shots down.
What?
Don't want to peek though, because the hunting rifles will be coming out in the shot. Just misses Carnifex right there. And he trades back down. Firing it off, but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Yeah, Carnifex having a tough time kind of listening in there. Carnifex was sniped from the side. Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe-to-toe. Otaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one, they were in fourth, so they were there, they're close. Funky Fighters have a win in second place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Yeah, but the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allow them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and in a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe-to-toe and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Ravens Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And give you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing in Fortnite Season 2. His favorite aspect of creative mode is actually speedrunning. Always finds new ways to kind of play the game.
I mean, good on him, man. I get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down, Cuddle Crew not quite able to get him. It goes up again, so right now just denying the Cuddle Crew the points, but we talked about how we want to see more from them right now, pushing into the top 3.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You, at the very least, want to be up in that top 4 contestant so that you can take a little bit more home with you. Here it is, Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. Doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the Siphon.
I was about to say, no Siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in his spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ low-key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there, waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga, who's on this point by himself. He wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Talha goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he clipped them from the bottom, dodged the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinched from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come out, trying to find it. And Dracius is coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, instead just going to disengage.
It's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the Siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here though.
We're seeing a lot more points being scored. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Ravens Revenge and Llama Record Co. 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already. And bye-bye, falls down. Lucky for him, no wall damage.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for deny, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to themselves as well right now. Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the impulse are flying overhead. And Gotaga, they're doing so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. But they don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly when 12 points per second on that central point. B is open. Gotaga checking his ceramics. No shots coming through. And RTA actually using the door edit and just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest him, and it just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Ravens Revenge making their lives difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down. Chappie goes down. Ninja gets the slam. Gotaga will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away and strafes it out. Teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that, stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. You don't have your captain there
les gars, je
to
ne
seal
peux
the
pas
deal for the points afterwards, and you can't earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga, throwing himself into the fire, straight into the point there. He gets taken out. Here it is, Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in the running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on
Voilà,
right
je
now.
vous
Everyone's
laisse
saying, yeah,
le
we're
World
doing
Cup
well, we just stick
créatif.
to our game plan.
Moi, je vous dis à tout à l'heure. Et
That
on
just
se
shows you
retrouve
no
dans...
one is safe here. These guys are
Sur les
evolving,
potes.
and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one more swipe there, but Clitax wins the small engagement.
And Clitax has been fragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare tag. But he's been consistently highest up there in terms of the Elam. You see Portugal trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Kororo. Ryan Frantic comes out the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our roost, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on, was it YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga in group. They are nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle Crew has not been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zones. And Cuddle Crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top 4, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take the set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He was hidden, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. It's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point D as Tomoya gets taken down and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make the pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the Elim, and control is rested.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up and keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
This is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga.
There it is.
And they got him. They got him the difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Lachlan can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do, and he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his right now. He can take this lead, Sundown.
but they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half-second away from each other. The shots are going. Cuddle Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes!
Cuddle Crew
They're
goes
gonna take it
through.
down. 999, 1,000. Gotaga and Raven's Revenge in the closest nail-biter yet. Edge out the Cuddle Crew in two teams who we said we wanted to see more. They brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish fans stepped up and shut it down. Just the fact they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points and they lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the Fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens Revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that Victory Royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they had it. They were one tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale, where every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game, as you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthur, and Chappie as well, just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
He's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, son. Now, thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Raven's Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How does it feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the roar, and to be facing off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it Gotaga? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all four of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to go in there and just kill them as fast as we could, and then spawn trap. That was it.
Okay, what's the strategy like? Are you guys, talking through at the beginning? Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move? Or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all four strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first Silver Llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
I actually want to touch on something that, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focused here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers. And I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, and then you kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in and of itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results, and your set 1 winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them. But such a great job from the Funky Fighters, sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 plays finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2 of those, and this entire Creative Finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tomoya beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get into the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners, and then they turn around and do that?
I was just showdown? Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Whip Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Fam, Sunshine Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6th and 7th, and then 8th there are the Chicken Champions. But this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under their guard tower. So it's actually really difficult. And like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We've played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game builds up the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? To defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to rush for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base and need to start the trek all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes, and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Tournaments and dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score, and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who's watching the right angles? And it's, again, it's going to be interesting to see. Do they switch up their strategy after from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver llama. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2. Match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there, you can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shot as well.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop him. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the lanes.
And right away you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go, but the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. And the Bloods team, the Llama Record Go, also able to get a 10-pointer and the next 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it's another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom. Got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air. But great run coming out from Xsandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Bensor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, you know, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah, but you know, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, you know, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can like use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right, so Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash, clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want something, you want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up, oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, block rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whenever you have that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping, so it will send you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right, when you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary, but notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that, so it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points, so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow them to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round. Right? Because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them, picking up an elim there. But right now, Cuddle Group already wrested the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Yeah, and that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking the lead. And the Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that from Clytax. Right away, hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands. He's like, please, please, make sure it's not there. And then, boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling off the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here? But 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lockley gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champion's opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the Fish Fam are at the top. So it is time to mix it.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now. They are
doing great.
They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the Silver Llama. As we talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tamori is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue on the open. He's going to be hunting for me, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there, and that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here, and that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's it's unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. Oh. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible. And again, every match is for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going in, the water heaters in. It was fantastic for Ravens Revenge, and Llama Record Co. are also climbing their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle Crew, which, by the way, Lackland's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, catch a little bit of domination here in this Junkyard Juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We saw Sky Station Showdown, which shows off building and team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together.
Salut à toutes et à tous les amis, pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas, votre mère les dragons. Bonjour à tous les amis, pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas, vos grands-mères les dragons, qui aiment manger du fion. Non. Ah ok, c'est une tub. Dans la tub, touch, à ta mère. Je suis là, assis, ta grand-mère. Ben non, je suis pas une crèche. Quel bâtard. Ta mère là. Tous les soirs. Oh. Ouais, ta mère. Ta mère, je l'ai pris, je lui ai fait des trucs. Non, elle vient à peine de partir. Je vais te tuer. Là, quand on sera à l'école, je vais te faire des trucs. Et pour de la muerto de la casa de ta mère. Ta mère, la pute. Salut à tous les amis, c'est David de la Farge Pokémon. Vous allez bien? Moi, oui. Moi, je mange la glace. Moi, je mange la glace. La ta.
So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co. is up there, and I believe it's with...
Hey, salut les musulmans. J'espère que vous allez bien.
So it's typical that the top 2 would be up there.
Ta mère la pute, ouais.
Everyone needs to unseat them, otherwise they will take this first match of set 2.
Moi, je mange la glace. Et moi, je mange la glace. La glace.
and do it successfully with the limited time left in this round right here because.
Hey, yep tout le monde, c'est le Faux Bouton, j'espère que vous allez bien, moi ça va bien. Aujourd'hui, je fais un live sur Fortnite Battle Royale. Ok les gars, on remet.
The curtains are up and
Ok.
Sandy gets caught right there.
On arrive déjà, hop, il y a un kill.
Good shots coming out from Trappy to get it there and get the reload up. Saw the truck over on the side, is able to pick that one up. Now is looking for the smaller props to the side. Knew there was movement, just wants to fire it up. Only 10 seconds left. They should be able to get the defense, but there goes a bucket. Look at it.
Oh,
the cactus.
those are hard to hit.
There goes, able to pick it up just at the last second. Good attempt from Kutu, and you can see the points already coming across. Players so far sticking to their game plan. 5 and 10 point props all the way.
That is the way to go, into your way up and over to that victory there. But that was just the first round of 4 here. Round 2 again, what's going to happen now is, again, the guard tower is going to mix up. We're going to see new players in the guard tower, and then the other players that were previously in the guard tower back on the platform.
Yes, you get 1 round in the guard tower, 3 rounds as the props, and you can see right away now, have the fighters up top and the shots go out as soon as the blinds go down, not letting anything happen as the props march their way out of spawn.
This is fun right here. I love watching these trucks waddle about, really trying to find their way, and they see the light go to change. plant themselves down, and they're back out to the.
Les gars, on va faire une map où il va falloir que faire du BF.
No way, you're stacked on top of each other. Come on, you gotta shoot one of the two. Shots are going towards them, but right now Zan trying to get that cuddly cute teddy bear into the incinerator. Not a sentence I ever thought I would say there. As the archer is now doing everything he can, hits the bounce target twice, is able to convert as Magma gets another good run and sneaks in under the shots of Dresius.
That's right. This is just getting closer and closer as we have a three-way tie now. The Fish Fam, Llama Record Company.
Ma tête chiquita, je nique ta grand-mère.
The Sunshine Soldiers peeking around, using that camera angle, trying to see when it's time. Wants to waste no time here. Bat, it goes down and off to the races she goes. Will it change? Yeah. Actually, stops early too. You know what? I'm gonna play safe. I'm gonna stop before the curtain comes up.
No. And she has to be having a blast right now. She says one of her favorite things about creative mode is kind of the wacky and radiant situations you get into, particularly like prop hunt. So this must be a game that she's doing incredibly well, enjoying herself. And as you can see there, her team is able to get a couple of props in there. They're targeting Cloud9 to try to make the final little sprint. Banditblood gets another 10 points over as is Taco with a 5-point statue there. Scissors is hanging around on the side there. Will go through. No, I did not mean to call you trash. Just are a dumpster now, quite literally.
Oh, the rage! I read the lips and said I was so mad. He got taken out right there. And I like this. Let's see how he decides. He's going for those 10 points though. Notice he went straight to the right for the big object. That's the risk.
That's what it was about. That's what happens. You need to be careful, not only at the back. You're bigger, easier to see while you're moving, but you need to find a blank space in order to set down. Can't be clicking into anything else with 45 seconds remaining in round 2. And you can see Smedas a minute before the guard looked at him. He's like, I don't know. I'm out. Right there. Right now, relatively top heavy. 77. As I said, Fisher does get the 80th point, but Lachlan on top of the rubber. 28 seconds left. Does find an angle that.
You know, he actually didn't park either. He just jumped on top of it. You know, I haven't been to this section here where all the vehicles are.
This is the section I'm talking about where you can grab a burger in a bucket, go out and not expose yourself except for during one period. And as long as you either full run the time through or you opt to sit still during that time, then you're good. You will score literally every single run. It's just you have to be a 2-point prop and you have to go to that exit.
Oh, Danyan right there, unfortunately, couldn't push through in those final moments there. And that was round 2 of 4. So we are looking to get into round 3 next. We can earn some more points. Every single set matters, right? Every game matters. Because there's a lot of prize in them.
Yes, every single match is scored. The top 4 will receive a gradient of money going from $55,000 down to 20, and then you have the 4th through 10 all receiving 10. That prize is then decided who will receive the silver llama. Fighters currently have one. Who will be able to press with it?
Side tax, that vehicle is way too big, buddy. You can't just be trying to squeeze it behind that. I think someone's going to see the tail end of it. Here we have Benzor and Jarkias close by one another. Benzor gets popped through the blinds there. So he's going to take a couple shots. He said, does his truck belong here? He didn't miss, though. Lucky for him. The bad aim and that moment right there is going to allow him to sneak that big 10-point. No! He gets taken out. Right there, that's no points for him. 10 is huge in this mode, too. It's very difficult to get a vehicle all the way through.
I mean, it's swingy, right? If you think about it, the last round was round of 150 points, right? So if you get a singular 10-point profit, that's not an insignificant percentage. That's going to be able to help your team, but you also need to set your feet there as Kororo didn't hit the crouch button. It was like, I see you wiggling a little bit there.
Ninja, Ryan, Fronta, Chappie, many others still in the running here. Peeking around, you see Tyler shooting straight through the curtain. It almost looks like he's beelining his shots down the aisle there, trying to see if he can get anyone trying to exit out. Zan sees one pop up in the air, and I think he might have clipped that person out.
Nobody was watching that side. Fish Fam needs to communicate better right now. Nobody was covering that other side. We saw 2 teams able to get a decent run out. But right now, Llama Record Company still holding the lead. Still 100 points, but don't forget, Fish Fam are up on top right now. Are in the guard, which means they're not scoring points.
He's so fast. Ryan Bronze is so fast here with this prop. Even moving it, he doesn't care. He's going all the way for it. He's got to watch for traps. See the fear? He's like, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to wait here and get the secure point.
So one important thing to notice too is Ryan is taking paths consistently that take him to the corner of the guard tower, because the corner provides you with a little bit of natural cover and it breaks that center line up. If you're only staring out in one direction, it's super easy to be like, no, that car was not there. I know it wasn't. If you're flipping back and forth across that corner piece, it just breaks up your field of view a little bit more, and it's that much harder to try and figure out what's actually going to hit.
Oh boy, is MSYB going to be able to sneak this huge chunk in? Oh, he actually hit something there, and he's going to sneak it right underneath for him. The shot did not come back in time. But just that big archery target was almost enough to kind of block him right there. Venos gets another large object in as well. That's another 10-pointer for the Llama record. It's fully processed here, so now he's at 130. And the Cuddle Crew hold the lead here, though. Can they secure it? All the Llama record companies to not score right now. They'll continue to kind of stay in the lead.
You can see Scissors hitting a ton of shots. They're trying to get the Retribution as the guard, and now we're heading into our final round of match number 2. So we'll see who the guards are, see what the stakes are, and who will be able to take that #1 spot. Again, first place, $55,000, and that much closer to Silver Llama number 2. And again, we have the Cuddle Crew and Llama Record Co. up on defense. Let's check out that scoreboard. And Cuddle Crew, Llama Record Co. first and second. Who will be able to overtake them? And they're so close to 5 points separating. It's a battle for first and second.
Yes, Lackland and the rest of his team are trying their hardest. They have to stop people from scoring. The Chicken Champions get up. You can just easily snag this away, but for now they know the Llama Record Company cannot. They can't take them over.
Ooh, I thought he was going to shoot that car. He knew it wasn't. Nice. Finds the box right around the corner and then gets another one right after. Blind fire through the shade as Rubius is looking to post up there. Spanish YouTuber trying to find a way in, trying to lead his team, and they've overtaken the Llama Record Co. with plenty of time and are tied with the Cuddle team. Any singular point now will put the Chicken Champions as our match 2 winner. They need 1 block.
That's right, they're so close here. Magma trying to hop on over. Who's it going to be for the Chicken Champions? Who's going to be?
Do you think they get a 2-point prop? They have the scoreboard in front of them. They know they need only that. Do you think they run one in, or do you think they stay with what they're doing right now?
Honestly, I think they're just going to stay with what they're doing. It's working. Why break the formula here? They have over a minute to do so. And just like that, they are going to sneak in here.
Yes, brilliantly done. They're overtaking them. And now the question is, can the Little Whip Warriors get enough to catch them? It's a 25-point spread, but you can get that. You have 4 runners. You can get that in a single run if you're well coordinated. But will they be able to catch up, or can the Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors?
That's right. The Cuddle Crew is now pumped out. The Chicken Champions are holding it. Little Whip Warriors have scored, though. 1 minute left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Fam. This is actually getting closer than we would have thought. They're close to pushing out the Cuddle Crew and the Llamas.
Yep, and Little Whip Ninja also gained the 5 points there. Will be able to overtake. Don't forget, you don't want to end up 4th to 8th. It's all about at least breaking into top 4 to get a little bit of the differentiation there in the prizing. But the Chicken Champions are pulling ahead. They're keeping that 25-point difference so far between the Little Whip Warriors. Little Whip needs to find a coordinated run with 10-point props in these last 30 seconds, or they're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Bensor running that statue and trying to lock up everything he can for the lead, and he's being extremely patient with it. Taking a corner run, finding everything he needs to do. Little Whip does get a 5 to 10, and they're still now only 20 points behind, but Bensor is going to be able to lock that one up from there. 5 points, 25, 15 seconds left. The Chicken Champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Whip Warriors don't score big right now with all big props, it's going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not gonna be enough here because the Chicken Champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
Did you see what happened in the last second?
They did score.
No. Ravens Revenge grabbed a 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Chicken Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tender defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 long.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. The Junkyard Juke could be ours.
You can see they're still talking gameplay right now. Like, they want to know, what can we do more? That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of the sets. And a win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd Silver Llama. You need that in order to be in contention. And if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, you're wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. That's just another team who takes the victory here, making it that much closer of a running so far. And we saw the Ravens Revenge kind of sneak up too. You need as many points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well for the round. So you can't just give up either. You got to push it all the way to the final.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Ravens Revenge. That was a brilliant decision, showing exactly why you were able to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals, why you're playing on that stage. Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the Match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So, thank you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it the same every time? You switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same stuff. It seems to work.
So when this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently.
All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and that's what we expected.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and we will win the next match.
There you go. The excitement is real, gentlemen. Congratulations. Best of luck going forward. We're sending it back your way.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to the gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, he wanted to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediately El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know. That normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another call to Kyoro as well. The only, or one of 2 controller players here, you know, in the creative finals, so very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we see some developments from match 1 to match 2. What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
In that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those point props, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala and take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our
ASK Arena. Play now for free. Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. You can roll the clip right now as all these players. First thing I'm going to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Dan Yan gets kicked out of the sky. They're not too happy about that. But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue. Those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard, the recovery, and just barely doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya. No, sorry, we have again just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, you know, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Gracious hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did, always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also will at the same time make it into that incinerator. So we're going to head and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the count was perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4,
If they don't see me at your 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 10.
Yeah,
there you go. The Funky Fighters know they won the first Silver Llama. Let's see if they can win the next one. We got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go. We'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Baller, for that great breakdown. Listening to the cons, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now, but these guys all on guns talking, have one guy counted out, that guy's just like a metronome, make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them, but will they be able to take it back, that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success this album.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, there was a lot of information in that bit right there. You kind of noticed the team synergy, and he said something very important in his interview there. Talking about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. You saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. Just, it's hard to get the pointer. That's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just, you know, oh yeah, I'll turn this into something and run it through. No, man, you're going to get shut down.
Well, I mean, it's just like, if you think about it, it's the mental aspect that really comes with it. If you're able to frustrate somebody else, then they're that much more off their game. And these guys are all great at that, coming through from some of the Deflon qualifiers. It makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is fantastic, awesome event-specific merch starting here right now, today on the 26th. You can also get it on retailrow.com. Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember it, grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here, and celebrate the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, you saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaborations going on here. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear, you know? Always spice it up.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe. At this point, I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke before we see the remix later on. Are you guys ready?
That's right.
And let's begin. The first round is underway. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the Funky Fighters who took that first round? You need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
Well, you can see there, Taldak did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. Another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Vitek, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he says, you know what, it's all good. I can sneak this around.
So the big thing with the bear, though, that you don't really consider is the coloring of the background. You're in the junkyard. You're a little bit in one of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddle grounds and borders around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman. I'm a snowman in the desert, and I'm going to score on you.
That's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If you get a pan around later, you probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way anyone has time to play around like that.
Can't play around with every single one of those runs matters, and right now we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so you can be slightly more efficient on those runs, but good job getting on the board consistently. And as we say that 5-pointer goes in, boom, they're ahead of the Funky Fresh, who have had a singular 10-point run, so trying to get every possible point. It's all about min-maxing efficiency.
Honestly, the Little Warriors are doing a great job at defending here. They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldeck at 6, Top at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down all of their lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as your guards don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking this out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping that out, making sure you find the right lane angles. And I know it's sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. Taldon, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yeah, what's that? Didn't see that there before. Didn't see that either. Taldon doing a good job so far. Spotting things. Let's see if he can find another here. A random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so difficult when you're a larger object coming back down. It's so much motion on the screen. Everything else is still. If you see that thing falling through, like it's an easy shot. Particularly for all of these players up there. I mean, Gotaga, through everyone on Raven's Revenge, him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie, all have been able to hit those shots. And then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of picture shots.
That's right. And there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded. And that was the first round for these. So we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at earn some points, and the other next round maybe get
Yo, shout out to the observers. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yes, that archery target is worth 10 points though, so if you can bring that all the way through. It's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. He's impatient. He saw the blinds open up. He just kept going. Savenoff did pump the brakes, though, even right here, and then stops very early. He's just trying to blend in and get as many points as possible.
Ooh. Didn't get picked up. It might have been the book there. That's the one thing that you need to know that makes it very difficult about the bullseye or the archery target is the fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're right, like boom, right there. That bump would be a giveaway. If somebody decides to look down and double check that box, but there's 6 other boxes around, so relatively safe. Good patch choice in there from Tyler, and obviously stop him being, you know, a little bit of patience, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if he would just go full send. I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, his jaw just like, oh, being so close and not making it through is so unfortunate. Taldeck is going to find a little bit of success there at this Suezo, and you saw Alex J for a bit is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zance from the Fish Band presenting, hugging really close to that cactus. So long as he's not pushing through it, he's going to sneak on out. Kind of hiccups there. He's going to go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Chamoya, and his team of top Monkey Fighters are at 35 points now in the guard tower. They can't earn anymore.
That was a great run there by Xanth, and Ziscanos waiting to the blinds to go down, making sure he can find him, and then pushing into his knees to be careful of that spring right there, but it doesn't matter, he gets picked up anyway, as it's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a run against the Fishman, and Long Record go at the top, but again, haven't had the chance to be up there, so be expected. Alex JJ now with 2 targets, both running out good stops at the same time, but particularly if you have 2 people, it's like a the same path as the same item, it kind of has a little bit more benefit. Because like, yeah, those were both there, but mine. There's no way those are both problems.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's an oddball that you really start to shoot. It is a good idea for timing, right?
But there's split spawns, so you don't always consistently. There's different spawn points around the map that have the different exits as you go up, so you can coordinate with a teammate. Or what you can also do is sort of bait somebody else to do it, right? So you see somebody who's running an archery target, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna grab that too, and you follow their path. And if they get picked up, oh, well, you look slightly more natural, particularly if you're that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex, both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the sprint, he's hanging behind the car, and will get the score. That's a great run.
Yeah, he actually recognized Brazy was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Fido let his guard down for just a second there, and he did manage to sneak on through. So that was a big point there in the final seconds. This round is now coming to a close there. Next round is going to begin. We're going to switch up the guards.
Directement que quelque chose ne va pas et il se jette sur le volant pour diriger le bus. Quand le bus est arrêté, il tente
round 3 kicking off the final match of set 2 at the Creative Finals. Who will be able to take that second silver Lawman right now? You see Bensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kutu does get the finish, but it opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here. You can tell they need.
Comme tous les matins, un bus venait ramasser des enfants dans une école primaire pour les déposer à la maison. Mais en chemin, le chauffeur donne le il freine, mais les freins ne répondent plus. Et dans le bus, c'est vite la panique. 27 enfants complètement affolés qui crient partout. Et le pire, c'est que le bus finira sa course dans un lac rempli de crocodiles. Et au milieu de tous ses camarades de classe complètement terrorisés, Nicolas, qui a seulement 10 ans, prend son courage à deux mains et décide d'agir rapidement. Malgré que le lac soit rempli de crocodiles, il prend une petite fille sur son dos et nage jusqu'à la rive pour la mettre en sécurité. Et la meilleure, c'est qu'il retourne vers le bus et prend 2 autres enfants pour les ramener au rivage. Très vite, les secours et les parents arrivent sur place et tout le monde se jette à l'eau pour aider les autres enfants. Nicolas est un vrai héros et par sa cause, tout le monde est sauvé. Il y a juste un élève qui a été blessé, mais heureusement, c'est juste une petite cicatrice. Numéro 6. En mars 2014, un garçon de 6 ans nommé Paul, équipe de pompiers, a sauvé toute sa famille d'un incendie et grâce à son intervention, ils sont tous sains et saufs. Dans le village de Monopteuil en France, il sauve la vie de sa mère et de ses 2 sœurs. Paul a eu un bon réflexe. Vers 2h30 du matin, il s'est précipité dans la chambre de sa mère pour les prévenir que la maison était en train de brûler. À seulement 6 ans. Et heureusement, car sa mère avait mangé des somnifères et n'avait pas du tout entendu le bruit des flammes. Elle monte dans la chambre chercher les 2 sœurs et sort in extremis de la maison. Bon, malgré l'intervention rapide des pompiers et de Paul, le toit et le premier étage de la maison sont quand même détruits, mais personne n'est blessé, c'est l'essentiel. Numéro 7. À la maternelle, on apprend petit à petit à compter, c'est les jours de la semaine, mais aussi les démons. Je m'explique. Nathaniel Dancy Junior a 5 ans et a sauvé la vie de son père qui était en pleine crise. Son père s'était arrêté au bord de la route. L'enfant prend directement son téléphone, compose le numéro de sa grand-mère, mais elle ne comprend pas ce que le petit veut dire. Alors elle transfère heureusement l'appel vers le numéro de la maman du petit qui, vu qu'elle est souvent avec lui, a directement compris qu'il y avait urgence et qu'il était arrivé quelque chose à son père. Et le truc, c'est que pour pouvoir envoyer de l'aide, il fallait qu'elle sache où ils sont. Donc elle lui demande qu'est-ce qu'il y a autour de lui. Et le garçon, même s'il ne savait pas lire, donne fourniture, le nom du magasin à côté de lui, et dit à sa mère qu'il y a aussi un tunnel à côté de lui. La maman reconnaît directement l'adresse et ainsi elle a pu appeler une équipe de secours. Donc Nathanaël a sauvé la vie. Numéro 8. Johan a 58 ans et il a de quoi être fier de son petit-fils car en janvier dernier, il lui a sauvé la vie. Son petit-fils s'appelle Nasja, il a 13 ans et c'est un autiste. Mais malgré son handicap, ça ne l'a pas empêché de sauver son grand-père. En fait, comme dans certaines histoires précédentes, Johan accompagnait l'enfant de sa fille, mais au volant, il a perdu connaissance. Et le petit autiste, plutôt que de paniquer, a essayé de réveiller son grand-père et vu qu'il n'a pas réussi, il est directement sorti alerter les passants qui, eux, ont prévenu le secours. Donc grâce à la réussite, il a rappelé Nasja, le grand-père est tombé. Numéro 9, c'est aussi une histoire très touchante. Les parents de Shen, un garçon de 9 ans, racontent que leur fils est mort en VO. Il était dans la maison de sa grand-mère quand tout à coup un grand feu s'allume à l'intérieur. Et contrairement à ce qu'on peut penser, Shen ne se précipite pas tout de suite pour se sauver lui-même, mais tout d'abord pour aller évacuer sa grand-mère qui est malade. Il l'aide à se détacher de la machine à laquelle elle était branchée pour la prise de sommeil et l'a aidé à marcher car elle a Il n'y a pas que les humains qui savent adopter un comportement héroïque, mais quand il s'agit d'animaux, évidemment, on en parle moins. Pourtant...
Je suis curieux, le pompe chasseur il respawn pas. Non, le pompe chasseur il est là, on est d'accord, pourquoi il est là? Après je regarde parce qu'il doit y avoir un problème. On prend le Deagle. Le Deagle. Allez. Ouais.
C'est à quelle heure que tu prends le médicament?
10h.
Ah, 10h.
Bon les mecs, comme il n'y a personne sur mon live, je vais arrêter. Hein. Bah, en fait là je parle tout seul. Bon bah ciao hein. J'espère que ce live vous aura quand même plu. Hein. Ciao. Ciao les mecs.